Mother's Day.
谢谢. Looks great. Thank you so much. Get it done. Mwah. Yay. My Mother's Day's meal, breakfast, looking delicious.
It is bright out today. It's Mother's Day. It's 34 degrees Celsius. It is basically absolutely clear skies, except there's a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, a little bit of puffy clouds over there. That's not going to amount to anything. It's just going to be a hot day. Even though it's 34, my digital thermometer says that the sidewalk is 52. And let's see about the cool deck. Yeah, 53. So much for cool deck. It's warm out. We took my wife out for Mother's Day to the Lone Star Steakhouse where we had steak, and it was very good. I had a nice ribeye steak with peppercorn sauce and Caesar salad and some corn, and my wife had a nice prime rib with some sort of potato thing. Anyway, I'm out working on the pool, although this phone gets nowhere near that pool. You've heard the rules. Those are the rules. We stick with them. The water has turned cloudy. That's actually a good sign. That means it's got a lot of dead stuff in it. So that's really a matter of taking the clarifier out. We put all new hoses on the cleaner last weekend, maybe, so it can now reach and doesn't lose air. So I'm expecting it to be fully vacuumed probably by tomorrow morning. And then it'll be a question of really boosting the chlorine one more time and then hitting it with some clarifier and running the whole thing through the filtration process. And that will be good. And then it'll still be too cold to go swimming in the water, but oh well. Getting ready for camp. I don't know, is it less than 4 weeks away now? Yeah, I think it is. I've been working on the file folders, you know, the front, the back, the forms, the checklist, everything. I've got the quite. I'm well surprised at how pleased I am with the organization of the file folders. It's such a silly thing. I'm also thinking of getting another cap for camp. This is my Tilly, world's finest caps, as I'm told by Tilly. Anyway, it's a good hat, and it does get a bit sweaty, particularly in hot summer time, but it washes very well. But I did notice last year that sometimes it got too hot and sweaty, and then it would have been nice to have a second one. So I'm thinking of getting another one with the pop-up sides like that, so that I can also use it in higher wind conditions when less sun protection is needed. So I'm thinking of ordering that here. I can get it from Amazon. Not a penny cheaper than ordering it from the manufacturer, but at least it has no shipping. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go into the Forbidden Zone and check out the pump and the vacuum. Well, it looks like it's wrap up for the day, but I wanted to talk about companies that adopt a sort of, I don't know, I'm not even sure what the term is for it, but I'll give you an example. Now, I mentioned I'm looking to get a new Tilly, and this is my old Tilly. Now, I bought this, I've known about Tilly hats forever. For as long as I can remember. My dad used to get travel magazines. They used to have ads for Tilly hats in there, because that's the hat that this guy, an elephant, took it off his head and ate it. And then, let's say that some period of time later, the hat re-emerged, shall we say. And he liked his hat so much, he took it and he cleaned it up, threw it in the washing machine, and he's still wearing it to this very day. Tilly hats are self-proclaimed to be quite famous, and you belong to a rarefied breed of people when you wear a Tilly hat. Canadian company, so I guess we can cut them a little bit of slack. But the reason I bought that one was when I was in California a couple of 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and we were at Vasquez Rock, which is where Kirk fought the Gorn, and I got too hot. I mean, I'm in a desert dweller my entire life, but I overheated and didn't have a hat, and Juice was in a bad place with bad weather conditions, and I really almost hit heat stroke. And so rather than have that happen again, we immediately went out to, I don't know, REI or somewhere, and was looking for big floppy hats, and they had Tilly there, and I thought, ooh, that's that hat that an elephant has crapped out. I want me one of those. But if you look at their website, you talking about the big fraternity of Tilly wearers and the world's greatest hat, and people will come up and ask you on the street about your hat, which of course is an absolutely absurd notion. Except that it's happened more than once to me. I kid you not. Usually, obviously, by somebody else wearing a Tilly hat. But it's just that sort of corporate attitude where they're talking to you about how, you know, people are going to be talking to you about this hat. It's an amazing thing. And when you do, tell them it's a Tilly. And I'm not really a salesperson, despite the fact that this seems like an ad for their hats. It's a serviceable hat, and I have never had it eaten by an elephant. And that's, I don't care. But sometimes that's successful. And sometimes it is not so successful, and I will give you an example of one that I don't think is so successful, and that is my Bose noise-canceling headphones that I told you about yesterday. Now, Bose is a big name in audio. There is no doubt about that. And they make some high-quality stuff. There is no doubt about that. All right? I'm not busting them in any way, shape, or form. And those headphones are pretty awesome. So, you know, nothing wrong. But inside this case, now there's a little pouch right here for putting your cord, and here's a little place for the ears, and the thing goes down. And on this side, you might think that that is a business card holder, so that you can put your business cards so that people can say, hey, I stole these from Eugene Glover. But in fact, it contains a pack of cards that say, and I quote, customers tell us they're often asked about their Bose Quiet Comfort 15 headphones. For your convenience, this courtesy card is yours to pass along. And then it has the URL. So if you can imagine that you will be sitting somewhere and someone will come up to you and go, wow, those are an amazing set of headphones. I wish I could get them. And that you would respond by going, you can. I have this card for you. That seems like a remarkable... Oh, look, it's in French on the back. It's not just remarkably arrogant. It's pretentious, too. And in case their friend, oh, oui, those are wonderful headphones. Oh, and then hand them this and mime something quietly because that's their noise-canceling headphones. So that comes back to the Canadian thing, actually. Anyway, that is it for this weekend. I have been very, very, very busy doing Camp Quest stuff, and probably will be for the next days, weeks, for the rest of the time till camp. So, anyway, remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you next time. And if you want some Bose QC15, I have these cards for you. No? Oh well. Next time.